Hi, I'm Ronnie from Ronnie's Garage, and we are holding our monthly tech meet at my garage. Today we're going to be working on a Bentley T2. It has a control arm, they call it a bearing, it's a bushing that is bad, and I'll show you how to do that. See how much that all turned once it got tight? So that's good. Now we got to get the back part on. Where'd the spacer go? Trick is to get that. So what you got is you got a big sleeve in there with that shaft with the threads on it. Then I got to get in there and kind of get this on there. It's not too hard, but I don't want to say any more curse words. Did we put the washer in? Yes. We did, right? Wait. You on the ground?
Put it under the washer?
Yeah.
On the table with a little rubber. There's two over there.
Yeah, this one's the new one.
It's not falling off?
No.
Oh.
This is the old one.
Well, that's actually.
Well, there's an extra one. That's the bad one now. Okay. There it is.
Cool.
Don't forget this. Your noise will still be there. So I put that on with the rubber facing forward.
Yeah, they get an intro card on money.
And I usually tighten this when the suspension is up.
I wasn't asking you about that.
Even though you got a urethane bushing, you want, what I usually do is try to split the difference. You got two bump stops. You got the top one and this one, right? And, wait a minute. I like to split the difference. Oh, see, we can't get this to come down anymore. But normally this has to be almost level. So yours is up anyways. But you have a urethane one, it's meant to move.
Right.
So it doesn't really matter. But normally on a rubber one, you want to get the arm up in the area it's going to live before it hits a bump and before it rebounds.
Right.
So the midpoint should be, yeah, riding height. So you can tighten this if you want after you get the car back on the ground. I don't like doing that. Oh, I got to tighten that big nut still. Here's another way to do it, by the way. I forgot to tighten that big nut. Now it's tight. And just for those of you who don't know, a professional mechanic, the biggest source of problems, in other words, mistakes, comebacks, which lead to comebacks, is interruptions. So what you're watching now, I'm talking, I'm not truly focused. So any mistakes I made are not my fault. It's all your fault. Okay, now we can let this down. It doesn't want to come very far, that's for sure. We're almost done. There we go. The bottom is tight. When I jack it up, I start to watch when that plate and the spring separate or those start to lift up there. See, we're lifting the car right now. There we go. See it? Okay, so the top should just unscrew now. Where I put my pressure sandwich. That. Now, this is released.
Do you have tools at your place to do that type?
You have one of these spring
I bought that too.
So this essentially is two pieces, and the way it's designed is when this is tightened up, you got a good good stress point here, it's good.
Specialized thing to buy, probably.
Oh, yeah.
Probably cost you a fortune too.
The factory wants you to pull a whole unit out, the top of the engine compartment.
But
and
it
then put
separates, you can just pull it out.
Yeah, if it separates here, if you can get that to knock loose, the problem is the rust, water collects up here.
Yeah.
And rust collects around the outside of that shock tube and on the inside of this base.
Right.
And they don't want to come out.
So in the case of this one, since this one's separated, it would come out the bottom.
Hopefully. It didn't separate properly though. It should have come down a lot more. Really should have come down a lot more, so. But the fact that it did, maybe you can, if you're gonna change the shocks. Shocks are pretty reasonable on these. But you can soak it up with some good. Yeah, perfect. That works pretty good. Now we need our. Put our V on, we gotta make sure it's upright. That's the slickest thing of the Bonner cars. Is those emblems stay upright the whole time you drive them. I think that is cool. And I have had customers ask me to make them all even when they pick up their car. I said, well, they're gonna change as soon as you make a turn. Oh, no, yeah, they will. So, there you go. That's how it's done. Thanks for joining us.